Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back at my cider table with some more cider to try. But it's not. Today it's a Perry table, because what I'm going to try is Perry, and it's the next bottle from Fleming's Fife cider. Robbie Fleming sent me 2 bottles, gifts to try. He sent me cider, we did that already for New Year. But he was very excited about the Perry, so now we're going to try the Perry. And I have the letter that he sent me, which I read out in the previous film, but I'll read out the bit about the Perry though. Okay, so it's 2023, I believe. Yes, 2023. The Perry has been riddled and disgorged, so should have lots. So should not have lots of lumpy bits, and it is sweet and delicious. I'm very proud of it. I hope it shows what Scottish Perry can be. Okay, me too. So it'll be lump-free by all accounts. So for those who don't know, the traditional method or champagne method, which is what this has gone through, is you have your bottles, you make a still cider, you bottle it, you put some sugar in, you dose it, and you put a cork on it, like that, a crown cap, like that, okay? Then you let it ferment in bottle again, so it's gone through a second fermentation in the bottle, so it gets fizzy in the bottle. And then you riddle it, so the bottle ends upside down, and all the dead yeast and so forth that end up in the neck. Normally you would freeze the neck, so that gunk becomes a solid lump. You take off the crown cap, that pops out like a bullet, and then you can top it back up again with whatever you want. You can use apple juice, which if you want to add sweetness to it, you can do that because the yeast is gone, so any sweetness you add at this point will stay sweet. So you can make a sweet cider or a dry cider, whatever you want at this point, okay? Then you put a cork on it and you're done. I don't know if you froze it, because there's another way of doing it where you don't freeze, you do all of that stuff, but you don't freeze the neck. So what comes out is a load of wet gunk. It's very messy. A la volée, they call it. I think they do that at Artistro. Yeah. So I don't know which method he used. Probably froze the neck, but I don't honestly know. I think it's called the ancestral method if you do it that way. Possibly not. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. No, because that's pet nap. Forget I said that. Just cast that from your minds. Anyway, isn't that pretty? Esme McIntyre, the artist, did the labels for him, and they're very nice labels indeed. I think you'll agree. We really like the one on the cider as well. What does it say on the bottle though, Chris? That's what we want to know. All right, I'll tell you. What it says is, Fife is a long way from the traditional perry making areas of Europe, such as the 3 counties in England, Herefordshire, Worcestershire, Gloucestershire, Normandy in France, and the most Vertel in Austria. Latitude plays a big part, as pear trees need a lot of help to grow and thrive in our cool, relatively dry climate, by Scottish standards. Seeking out local pears with different properties suitable for making good perry, I found ancient trees with small crab pears, which bring citric notes. Juicy Hessel dessert pears, never heard of them, lend surprisingly leathery body, and 3 unknown perry pear varieties packed full of tannin and sugars, which give astringency and mouthfeel. Sweet, juicy palate with notes of Pedro Jimenez, sherry. Oh yeah, I love Pedro Jimenez sherry. It's the sweetest of the sherries. Pedro Jimenez is the grape. It's like drinking Christmas cake, basically. So this is great for this time of year. If it tastes of Christmas cake, honey, and hints of lime. Boom. That sounds great. Sweet, sour, yes, please. Pressed autumn 2023, primary wild fermentation finished July 2024. That's the first fermentation. Secondary fermentation in bottle. Riddled, then disgorged March 2025. Best before October 2028. Yeah, whatever. But likely still great after that. Yeah, of course. 7% ABV, full juice, wild fermentation, contains sulfites and natural sediment. Got something else to try with this. And I'm quite excited as well, because it said Pedro Jimenez. And I'm going to do a blue cheese. And blue cheese and Pedro Jimenez are very happy bedfellows indeed. But let's try this before we talk about cheese, shall we? Got to find this first. There it is. Right, let's open it. How fizzy is it? How fizzy is it, Robbie? Because sorbitol. That's the thing with this sort of thing, isn't it? Perry, you get sorbitol. Is it all fermented? Is it not all fermented? Let's see if we make a mess. I'm going to assume not. Oh, no, nice hiss. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, folks? Lovely, gentle hiss. There are some bubbles rising, I can see them, but it's a very dark bottle, so you can't see it properly. Let's pour it into the cider salon glass, shall we? Show it some respect. Okay, what we got? So we got hazy, obs. Ooh, I think we're looking a little bit brassy there. A little bit brassy on the eye, and I do like the brassy-eyed ciders and perries. I really do, particularly the perries. They're great. I mean, if you think of like Betty Prosser's, they get that kind of like, you know, brassiness and it's dropped bright. But then again, he's riddled it, so he's taken out all of the residue, hasn't he, theoretically? So it should be nice and bright like that. Look at that pretty thing. Fine bubbles, lovely colour, brassiness. We like, almost got like a Pinot Gris, grey sort of pinkish note to it, which I always like as well. Right, so we have the bottle over here and give it a sniff. Acidity on the nose, absolutely. Mouth watering. There is a hint of, you know what? Is it my flavour and stuff? You can be very suggestible when it comes to flavour descriptors. Somebody tells you you can taste or smell something, you go, oh yeah, I can. Which you may not have actually thought you could if they hadn't mentioned it. The thing about perry, you get an oxidative character as well, which is many people think of as a flaw, but in perry and like Jura wines like Vin Jaune and so forth, totally valid, absolutely valid, ought to be there in fact. I really like that slightly oxidative character, which you also get in Betty Prosser actually. Yeah, so like a very gentle like pear drop. There's that acidity to make my mouth water. There's something, it's really delicate. The yeastiness to it. I want to try this. Ooh. So yeah, the bubbles are really interesting. It's not super fizzy, it doesn't form a mouth, but it tingles. I'm licking a battery again. This one's still got some charge. It's tingling my tongue a bit. I really like it. There is residual sugar. This absolutely, that acidity totally balances out the sweetness, the residual sugar brilliantly. Lime, yep, check. Oh yeah, this is my kind of thing. It really is. You think, is it too sour? No, it's not. Is it too sweet? No, it's not. Is it too sour? No, it's not. Is it too sweet? No, you get the idea. It's great. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, those crabs are bringing the acidity and we thank them for it. It's great. That is super. It's super. And there's almost like a sherbety kind of thing on the end. Really good. I don't know if I'm personally getting the Pedro Jimenez. It's got sweetness for Pedro Jimenez, but more acidity than the Pedro Jimenez would have. But I don't care, because what I'm getting I really like. It's great. I really like it. Yes. If this is what Scottish perry can be, we like Scottish perry. Yes, we do indeed. So, let's have it with some cheese, shall we? Now, it doesn't look great. We had some guests over, and they're not cheese experts, like I'm a cheese expert. So I put out this magnificent cheese board, and they went at it like lumberjacks on speed. So they kind of mashed the cheeses a bit. So this cheese is looking a bit, oh, look at this poor fella. Poor fella, someone's had a right go at him. This is Stichelton though. We had several. I was working for Mons Cheesemongers over Christmas. We sold Colson Bassett Stilton, we sold Stichelton. Some of the Stichelton we had was really old and really dark, and like, this is a bit of a younger batch, slightly fresher. This is more to my taste, but not too blue. It's got nice ripe paste. I've had it outside in a box for a week, so it's come on quite nicely actually. It's creamy, fudgy, malty. I'm going to try this. With this, let's see how it goes. Because this, with Pedro Jimenez sherry, boom. That's all I've got to say. That's the technical word for it. Boom. So let's have a little bit of this Stichelton, made in Nottinghamshire. True Stilton recipe. Cannot be called Stilton because it's raw milk, it's unpasteurized. Made by a friend of mine actually called Joe Schneider, an American chap who's in Nottinghamshire making not an unpasteurized Stilton because it can't be. But Stichelton was the old name for the town of Stilton. It's the Anglo-Saxon name for the town. So to get around the legalities, he called the cheese Stichelton so he wouldn't get sued. Okay? Not that he's any threat to Stilton makers. He's much smaller than even the smallest Stilton maker, so it's not a problem. Anyway, I like this cheese. I like this guy. So I know what I'm going to get, kind of. Great. Slightly fudgy texture. Almost like if you bite into cold butter. Not done now? Eat more butter, kids. Straight from the pot. Salt, high levels, of course, always. 4%-ish, what you need to make blue cheese. You're going to have salt and cheese. But there's sugar in this. Oh, maltiness coming in from the back. And also the rind. I love the rind. I love the rind on Colton Bassett, Stilton and Stichelton. The rinds are edible. They're delicious. And there's a butter in this now. Oh, it's sweet. It's salty. It's buttery. It's fab. Let's one more little bit and try it with some of this. Yeah. Ooh, it works. It's bringing out more flavours. There's a savouriness to this cheese that I wasn't getting before. A meatiness, which I really like. Oh yeah. Let's get it at the back of my nose. It's really good. This could probably be a bit beefier for this, like a Pedro Jimenez, like a sherry. But still, Perry and blue cheese is not something I would normally eat together. Getting layers of flavour, it's great. Like beefiness now I'm getting. But this and this together, very nice indeed. We love it. But anything with sugar and anything with salt goes great together. And also salt and sour, great together, you know. Great bedfellows. We like Stichelton with Perry, particularly on this occasion. Fleming Fife Ciders, Fife Perry 2023. We like it very much indeed. We like it very much indeed. I would like to sell this. That is banging, is what it is. And this ain't bad either. So there you go, guys. How good was that? Very good, Chris. I'm glad you agree. I'm very glad you agree. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me at my cider table once again. Thank you again to Robbie for sending me the samples. Much appreciated, Robbie. And until the next time, I'd come back and join me for more tastings. But until then, cheers.